Hello everyone, welcome back to the football chat and to day 2 of the Euros, which is going to be very, very exciting. 3 games coming your way today, and the first one, Hungary Switzerland. This is going to be good. This will be very, very good. Last night, Group A got underway, and I mean, for Scotland fans, for neutral fans, it was a very, very exciting game. For Scotland fans, I think they're going to want to forget about it very, very quickly. It was not a nice night, but Germany got us underway with a brilliant win, a big 5-1 win. They did give Scotland a goal, but apart from that, they were absolutely brilliant. They laid down a marker and they lead this group very comfortably, but we spoke about it in our previews. We spoke about it last night. We spoke about it in the last few weeks. Hungary are a very, very good side, and Switzerland on their day as well can push teams. This is going to be a big game for me because the winner of this is going to, this is a huge game. You win tonight, then suddenly you're putting yourselves up there with Germany because both these teams should beat Scotland. I mean, after watching last night, I'm not expecting much from Scotland, and they'll feel comfortable. So for these two sides, this is probably the biggest game of their group stage because Germany will be tough. Scotland should be a win. The difference between second and third could be today's game, and that is absolutely massive for two sides who will be hoping to do well. Switzerland, they haven't been great. They haven't looked great in the last couple of years, but you think back to the last Euros in 2020, that was played in 21, they got to the quarterfinals. They stunned France on penalties, and they were only knocked out in the quarters by Spain on penalties. So clearly, in these big tournaments, they like to go deep, they like to go far, and they like to put on a show. So they're going to be a very, very good side. They will be disappointed if they are to not get out of the group. For Hungary, it's a bit of a kind of the opposite to Switzerland, really. They haven't done much in big tournaments, but over the last couple of years, they've played some really good stuff. They've looked really good in qualifying. They look strong in the Nations League. I mean, they put 4 past England. And I know England weren't great, but that still says a lot. Hungary playing very, very well with some top quality players. I think it's going to be a good game. And Alex Arsenal fan and Nick Knack, welcome to both of you and everyone else. I'm very excited about this game, and a lot of people will look to later for Spain-Croatia, which will be a good game, and do join Jack for that one after this. Italy-Albania will also be a good game, but for me, I'm very, very focused on this game here. I think this might be the best one of the day, and I'm very intrigued to see who takes the points from this, because we spoke about it. I'd expect to see Hungary will have high hopes this tournament. But as I said, Switzerland, they know what they've got to do. They'll want to win these games. They want to get them across the line. Let's have a look at the lineups then for the two sides. And I've already looked at them. To be honest, they've got some well-known names in there. They're two good sides. They've got quality. For Hungary, you've got a 3-4-2-1. Very, very, it could be a 3-4-3, but you'd expect to see a 3-4-2-1. Galaxy in goal. Everyone knows him. What an absolute servant. Yeah, what as a goalkeeper as well. Very, very high quality. Is he exactly the kind of goalkeeper I would want in a knockout game because he's going to make those big stops that are going to keep you in the tie. A back three of Jalai, Orban and Lang. And again, that is a very experienced, very strong back line. You're not beating any of them in the air. So for Switzerland today, you've got to think about that as a strong and physical back line. And, Germany showed last night when you've got strong physical centre-halves, they're very hard to get through. Across the 4, Kirkes, Schaefer, Nagy and Fiola. Again, there's quite a lot of quality there. And Milos Kerkez, 20 years old, starting in Euro 2024. Absolutely incredible that, Marco Rossi has trusted such a young player to come in and perform in this tournament. He had a good season for Bournemouth in the Premier League, and he has been rewarded. And then your front 3 of Szoboszlai, Varga and Salai. Quality, isn't it? And we talk about key players. Dominik Szoboszlai, he is the X factor for Hungary. He's the difference maker. If this game is 0-0, if it's 1-1, if this game is level or it's tight, Dominik Szoboszlai is the type of player who possesses the quality to either win you games or to get you back into games. And if Hungary are struggling, even if they're not playing very well, give the ball to Szoboszlai and he could find something out absolutely nothing. But overall, a very high-quality side for Hungary. For Switzerland, yes, they've got some big names in there, but when I look for out-and-out quality, it's not as strong as Hungary. Equally, though, I think we've got 2 incredible goalkeepers on the show. Jan Sommer, in between the sticks for Switzerland. Two legends of the German division in each net. And I mean, for Switzerland, their goalkeeper depth is absolutely incredible, because you've got Gregor Kobel and Jan Mavogo, who are both sat on the bench. So if someone is to get injured, they don't need to worry. A very similar shape with a back three of Rodriguez, Akanji and Fabian Schär. I mean, again, we talk about experienced and quality defences. That back three is ridiculous. And Switzerland might not threaten much up front, but that is a ridiculously strong back three across the four. And Doyi, Freula, Xhaka and Vidma. Again, that pivot. These are good teams. These are really good teams. And I know people have had their doubts about Switzerland, but I look at this side and it is showing a team that knows how to get results. And that's why they go deep in tournaments, because they know how to do it. And then the front three of Vargas, Aibisha and Dua. And this is where I have my doubts, because for me, that is a front line that is lacking a bit of firepower. I look at that side and I just wonder, where are the goals coming from? For Switzerland today, they've got a strong, experienced back line. They're a very, very decent side defensively, a good unit. They're set up very well. But I just don't know where the goals are going to come from. And that's the worry, that you can't progress in international tournaments if you can't find the back of the net. And they might, because they can hold, both these sides are very good. They could hold each other at 0-0 for a while. But you compare the front lines, the quality that Hungary possess with Dominik Szoboszlai compared to Switzerland, who for me, I don't know. They're decent. It's a decent front line, and obviously Aibisha at Bologna done well. Dua, he's a decent striker on his day, and he scored a lot of goals for Limassol. Ludogorets. They're decent players, but I don't know, when it comes down to tournament football, when they need a player to find the back of the net, have they got that? And when I'm looking at these two sides, I think that could be the difference maker today. It could be a fairly close contest. But when it comes to finding that goal that is going to get you the 3 points, that is going to, get you to progress into the next round, I don't know if Switzerland have got that. But who knows? I could be surprised. We know Granit Xhaka's got a bit of a rocket on him, especially from set pieces. I mean, set pieces are going to be brilliant today. I look at these two sides, and aerially, this could be cracking. The whole game could be played in the air today, because both sides are just so strong, with their head, and it's weird. It's very difficult to call this one for me. I know there's a lot of people that are very much got high expectations of Hungary, but there'd also be a lot of people that know Switzerland. Switzerland, they turn up at every tournament. They turn up and they give us a good game. Even if they go to get knocked out, they give us a good game, and they can stun anyone, and that is something they might not have, that individual quality that I spoke about. But when you've got a team that is capable of coming together and knocking out teams like France, taking teams like Spain to penalties, you can beat anyone on your day. But yeah, this is going to be a very, very good game, a brilliant, brilliant crowd. It is just a sea of red, because you have got Hungary and Switzerland, so it looks phenomenal. I think we're in Cologne today. So, Cologne. So hopefully we're going to be tracked to a good game. As much as I said it's going to be close, I'm hoping for goals. I'm hoping for action. We did see plenty of goals last night. Hopefully that will be a theme of this competition. Nick Nack saying Switzerland only came second to Romania in qualifying, drew 5 out of 10 games. And that's what I say, is that, Romania have been ridiculous. And obviously I'm very intrigued to see how they get on in a few days' time. Switzerland, they're here. That's what matters. But as you say, they drew 5 out of 10. That shows that kind of lack of firepower. In those games where they are level, they lack the kind of player that can get you a goal, that can win you this game. And that's where I have my questions of Switzerland. I don't think they're as good as they used to be. That side that knocked out France 4 years ago, it's got a very different feeling about it now. I mean, Shaqiri's still here. He's on the bench today. I don't know why he's here, but he's one of those players. Who's the other? Shaqiri and Guilherme Ochoa only turn up for international tournaments, but Shaqiri's here. And, I mean, I'd love to see him get on the pitch. That would be absolutely brilliant. You know, one of those players that never really... I mean, playing for Stoke under, Mark Hughes and Tony Pulis, you don't really get to show much class as a winger. But, you know, for Switzerland, he's always been that man that's carried their side on. But, you know, I think it's a very exciting prospect that we've got two defensively solid sides set up again, you know, with one side that maybe has a bit more in the attacking department. Nick saying Hungary qualified well, finished ahead of Serbia and didn't lose a game. Yeah, they have looked ridiculous in the last couple of years. As you say, qualifying was absolutely... Their form in qualifying was ridiculous. Their performance in the Nations League in a group that consisted of England, Italy and Ukraine was really, really strong. You know, they beat an England side 4-0. That was an England side that have kind of were touted to be one of the best in the world at that point, despite all the problems that England have, or had back then. Hopefully they've changed for tomorrow night. But yeah, Hungary, they're going to be a very, very good side. And, I mean, I say it's going to be close, but I do think, and as we spoke about, and I know Jack has been is backing Hungary very as his dark horses. Hungary could really put out a statement tonight, similarly to how Germany did. Hungary could really come out today. I say tonight, it's 2 p.m, but they could come out and win 3 or 4-0 and absolutely stun most people. Because if they are to win 4-0 tonight, they go top of the group. I know it's only on goal difference, but they go top of the group, and then suddenly Germany got something to think about, because they'll be thinking, okay, this Hungary side is good. We've got to be careful here. Yeah, as Jack says as well, Switzerland severely lack a goal scorer. Exactly that. And that could be the one difference maker today. Yeah, I mean, unless Xhaka comes up with something special from long range, or you know, someone like Shaqiri, an experienced veteran, comes off the bench to find the back of the net, that I don't know how they're going to score. But on the flip side, you have to look at it the other way around. And this is what tournament football is about. You know, we will all sit here and look at that Switzerland attack and we don't think there's 3 goals. But this is the perfect opportunity for someone like Dua, for someone like Ibisha to turn up and, you know, lead their country in the attacking department, to turn up at Euro 2024 and perform and find the back of the net. And then suddenly their market price is rising, and, you know, that they're renowned as, they're a very, very good striker. Because if Dua turns up in this tournament, scores 3 or 4 goals and gets Switzerland to the quarterfinals, then suddenly you've got to give him credit for what he's doing. He'll be right up there for the Golden Boot. So we could be surprised. This is, I mean, I'm always going to be optimistic about it. When a side lacks quality, it gives the opportunity, it gives the opportunity for another team to step up and perform. Gary, welcome to the stream as well. Hello. And I do apologise. There is a bit of a thunderstorm going on outside, which isn't great. But either way, it's sunny in Cologne, and it is Euro 2024. So forget about the crap British weather. We're in for a very, very good game today. Nick, I was saying, not many goals in the Hungary team. Only Albania squad score fewer international goals between them. Yeah, but the difference is they've got Dominic Szoboszlai. And having a player of his class can completely change it. But yeah, I get what you mean. I do worry we could be in for a low-scoring affair here. We've got 2 strong defensive teams that don't have incredible goal-scoring numbers, incredible attacking talent, apart from the aforementioned Hungarian Szoboszlai. So I mean, it's the type of game, it's either going to be a slim 1-0 or it's going to be about 3-3. And yeah, either way, it should be good. I think it's not going to be a dull 0-0. It should be very, very good. I have just realised I probably should do my prediction. Gary has gone with 1-1 or 2-2, but saying a draw. That's fair enough. Jack's gone for 2-0, and Nick Nack just correcting himself, saying Italy have scored less. Yeah, I am going to go... Do you know what? I'm going to agree with Gary, I think. I'm going to go for a draw here. I'm going to go 1-1. I think Gary might be spot on with that one. And because it's a type of game where I think Switzerland will score first, and then it'll be a Szoboszlai masterclass to get Hungary back level. I will go... I'm going to go Vargas to score for Switzerland, and that's what I mean about players stepping up. I think Vargas will be that man. He will step up for his country and find the back of the net to give them the lead. But in the second half, as I said, I think Szoboszlai will have a moment of magic, will bring that X factor, and will draw Hungary level. But I'm going to go for a draw, which, I mean, would probably be good for Germany and good for Scotland. So both these sides will probably lose out of a draw. Both sides want the 3 points, but either way, we've got a very strong 90 minutes coming up, and Slavko Vincic will blow his whistle at any minute now. And it's Hungary have dummied it. What is this? Oh, and we're gone again. There we go. Finally underway. I've never seen that before. Pretending to take the kickoff, which was quite amusing, and they've gone along with it and lost the ball. So that was a very eventful first 10 seconds. Never seen that. I don't know really what they were trying to do. They kind of just, they faked the kickoff, and then all of Switzerland ran forwards, and then they had, I don't really know. I don't know what that was. But yeah, really good for them, I suppose. And Rodriguez smashing it long. Just going to put this up on here. Excuse me. This is what I said. I mean, I'm currently watching a game of hot potato, because that is, you know, I look how good these sides are in the air. I'm expecting a lot of aerial duels today. It's been very, very physical, very, very strong game. Nick Knack has gone 0-0. Alex Arsenal's gone 2-2. So we've all gone for draws. Jack went 2-0 Hungary, but everyone else in the chat so far has gone for a draw. And if you haven't got involved in the chat already, get your prediction in there. Few of you in here now. Say what you're going for. A load of us have gone for a draw. Jack's gone for a Hungary win. Let me know what you're thinking is going to happen in this game. It's not too late. We're only a minute in. Hungary, they're going for a smart free kick routine here. Szoboszlai goes long, lumps it in there. The header's flicked on by Orban, but it runs through to Jan Sommer. And a well-worked routine that was. Hungary mixing it up, you know, trying some different things here, from deep free kicks and from kickoff. And I like it though. They're turning up and they're trying to put their own spin on this. Rodriguez looking to go down the line into Doa, who's won it off Orban. Did he kick him in the face? No. The referee says play on. The striker cuts it back. It's going to fall to Xhaka, whose shot was fake, and there's an offside flag in there. Really messy there. Miscommunication from Switzerland. The ball falls to the edge of the area. Xhaka goes to hit it, and I think Vargas just runs across him, and then Xhaka obviously, you know, takes a lot off the shot because he doesn't want to just leather it into his teammate. And the ball did run through to Ibisha, but he was offside, miles offside, and the shot was blocked anyway by Salai. So a very messy first couple minutes. Both sides little bit nervy to start with, and that ball was put out of play for a Hungary throw on. But I mean, I think these are two sides where yes, they've got experience, but it's going to be a nervy start. Both sides expecting to do well at this tournament, and they know how much is riding on this game. They'll feel it's very important to get a win across the line. And Marco Rossi has done some magical things with his Hungary side over the last year or two, and he'll be hoping that it wasn't, because that's the thing. You can always play really well in the qualifiers. You can always be in brilliant form coming into the tournament, and you can beat the big sides, you know, in those type of games, in the friendlies, in the qualifiers. But when you get to the actual tournament, will that transpire? Will that form come into the tournament? Will it still be the same? Will you still play at the same level? Because tournament football is very different. Yeah, it's different to a friendly, different to a qualifier. You can play as well as you want. You can set up as well as you want. But if you don't bring that to the actual competition, you're going to find yourselves being very disappointed. And that is what Hungary have got to do. A lot of people have got high expectations, including themselves. And they've got to bring that with them here as Akanji wins the ball back there and looks to get Switzerland moving. Brilliant run through the midfield. And they're still going. Switzerland still coming forward, the ball in, and it's cut out well, getting back in there and now Szoboszlai drives it out, and that is a nasty tackle through the back, and not a nice one at all from Vargas, and he'll pick up a yellow card. Very unnecessary yellow card there, being ran out, not by Szoboszlai, by Kirkes, and Vargas just flies into the back of him. Yeah, so that's a very nasty tackle. Rightfully so, picked up a yellow card very early on. And I mean, it wasn't quite Ryan Porteous from last night deciding to try and break, Gundogan's ankles. But not a nice one in there from the wing-back. So it was Vidma, weren't Vargas. Vargas isn't number 3. Once you reach the tournament, the opposition is tougher. Yeah, exactly that. And obviously they did well in qualifiers, but you're always going to play those sides that you expect to beat very comfortably. And that's the main problem. And I'm just looking behind Galaxy and the Hungarian net. The Hungarian fans, absolutely incredible. Bouncing the whole, it looks like the stand's moving, to be completely honest. Bouncing up and down, having a great time of it. Rodriguez driving it forward. Switzerland are doing well so far. They've surprised me. Hungary haven't really done much. I haven't seen much of Dominic Szoboszlai. The ball is played into Rodriguez once again. And I think he's a big part of this Switzerland side because, usually, I know for most of his career, been a left back, playing at left centre half, but he does look to bomb on and gives them options further up the pitch, and it helps them out massively. And, I mean, Switzerland, I think they'd take a point today. They really would. That's a great switch of the play, but can't quite be kept in by Ibisha on the far-hand side. And, yeah, a very messy, still a very messy start to this game. And neither side has settled down. We've seen rogue tackles flying in. We've already seen a yellow card. No one has really settled into this game. And yes, Nitas has a daft tackle in there. Lang goes up with the throw. Rodriguez heads it out, and Hungary will use this as an opportunity just to move it up the pitch. But yeah, I think what can be a big factor in this game is actually who settles into this first. Because if one of these sides can get the ball down and start playing football, they could be in the money. Lang goes long with the throw, looking for Zalai, couldn't find him. Brought down well in the midfield by Szoboszlai, lays it off. Here's Kirkes on the left-hand side. Can he find a ball in? He is going to deliver it. It's along the floor and smashed clear by Fabian Schär. Hungary recycle though. Orban heads it down to Zalai, who don't really know what happened there. Poor touch. He's gone out of play, and Switzerland were going to get the throw moving, but the referee tells him that he's jumped too far. Gary says Cloud's making some interesting shadows today. I mean, I haven't done that. I haven't seen that. But I tell you what, that is why you're here, Gary, because you notice the things that other people don't notice. So there's thanks for Gary. I didn't see that. Infinite wisdom. Clearly thriving there. Thanks for the Clouds knowledge. And yeah, Nick, I'm saying the weather, over there is quite similar to here at the moment. Well, I mean, we're looking at some nice sunshine. And then I look outside, and it's meant to be thunder and lightning in about half an hour's time. So can't wait for that. Ball out of play here for a Switzerland throw on. And as Jack says, if you are watching along, do get involved. Do say something. Do give your thoughts on this game. And yeah, Nick, that's right. Exactly. I'm noticing it now too. That's brilliant knowledge. That is. Incredible analysis of the game. Rodriguez driving, and this is what he gives Switzerland. He drives the ball forward, plays it into Vargas, who runs out of play, runs out of room really, and will go out for a Hungarian throw-in. We've seen so many throw-ins already, because again, neither side's got the ball down and started to play. Lang. And again, really good pressure from Vargas. Now, I'm just trying to work out what's going on here for Switzerland. It might be that Vargas just come across, but Vargas and Ibisha seem to be playing very much on top of each other. I know they're going to play narrowly, but it's a bit strange. Vargas has now moved across. This is a good run through the middle. Here is Granit Xhaka. Switzerland starting to just get Hungary deeper and deeper into their own half. Akanji finds Freuler, who plays it in to Dua, but they've been dispossessed. There was Freuler in the middle, and that is a great ball through down the line, and giving chase is Fiola. Cuts it back, and that is a wayward effort from Salai. He'll be disappointed with that one. it's really good football. Switzerland just get caught in possession. It's a great ball through in behind to Fiola, the wing back. Lovely little turn to cut back inside, and Salah just gets under the ball and leathers it over the bar. Would have expected to do more with that effort, but Hungary, it's good work in there. That it is that they did well. Switzerland got caught out a little bit there. Got caught in possession. They were very high up the pitch, and if Salah had done better with that chance, they could have been in big trouble. But yeah, Hungary just that's what they can do. Yeah, they can pack a punch on the counter attack. They've just got to be careful, because if Switzerland get it right, Hungary were just getting deeper and deeper and deeper in there, and that's something they've got to be aware of. But enjoying a bit of possession are the Hungarians. Here is Zsalai. And as Nick now says, you can see what Hungary are trying to do, soaking out pressure and then looking for quick balls in behind. Exactly, and it did pay off. And I think a better effort there from Zsalai would have paid dividends for Hungary. There's Xhaka just slowing it down. And sometimes you've got to take opportunities to take time in the game. Here's Akanji. Stopped on the ball. Actually stopped on the ball, because there is no movement from anybody on the pitch. Knocks it out wide to Rodriguez. Into Xhaka. Switzerland playing some lovely little triangles, but it's not getting them anywhere. And this is better from Hungary. I mean, it's very much looking like I'm intrigued to see the way that Hungary is setting up here, because I mean, I was saying they've got to be careful they don't get drawn in too deep, but they're doing well to kind of keep Switzerland out, keep Switzerland back here. The ball still in Switzerland's half. Akanji now brings it over, looks for the switch in behind, didn't fancy it though, and decides to go to Rodriguez again. Back to Akanji now. Across to Fabian Schär, who's going to look for that ball down the line. He finds Vidma, who finds Ibisha into Xhaka, and Switzerland will have to work it back round again, but this is better. They're moving it quicker. Here's Akanji inside to Freuler, who plays it through to Dua, and that's a great goal. That is really good play, but the flag is up. The flag is up. That was really well worked from Switzerland, and obviously VAR will have a look, but the linesman's flag has gone up. It did look a close one. Here, Xhaka, plays it into Akanji, and this is superb from Freuler. Receives it from Akanji, takes it on the turn, plays it through to Dua, who is onside. This is going to be given. Dua's onside there. And I'm sure when VAR have a look at this, I think they're going to give this. This looks onside to me. On the replay, I think it looked well timed. I think this goal's going to stand. VAR are having a look, and the referee is they're still talking to him. I think this will be given. I think it was Lang's outstretched leg is playing the striker on here, and the referee's given it. It's 1-0 Switzerland, and you've got to say it's deserved. It's a really well taken goal from the Swiss, and thoroughly impressed by how they've started this game. I mean, originally given offsides, but it's a really... And this is what we said. We questioned their firepower, but Dua he's done really, really well. You've got to give credit to Remo Freuler for setting up the goal. Superb, the way he received the pass and laid through Dua, but take nothing away from the striker. Under pressure there, one-on-one with Galaxy, just doesn't go for power. Doesn't try and blast it past him. He just lays it next to him, places it past the keeper, and that is a huge goal in this game. Also loving the Swiss cheese puns that we're getting in chat as well. Gary again bringing the what we'll need in this game. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, I think I said it does look close, but it will stand. A very well worked goal. Big blow for Hungary. Yeah, that is an Alex Sinclair. Welcome as well, mate. Saying, come on, Switzerland. That surprises me because, I mean, this is where we talk about that game plan. Hungary were looking to pounce on the counter. They were looking to use their pace and use their quality up front to blast past Switzerland when they win the ball back. But you can't do that if the ball ends up in the back of your net. But yeah, a really exciting start to this game. I mean, still plenty of time for Hungary to get back into it. And Jalai is down here after collision with Akanji. But a really good start for Switzerland. First 15 minutes, they've enjoyed more of the ball. And they've definitely enjoyed the play. And Dua here, heading over to the bench to get a drink. We'll have a look back at it here. Superb from Freuler to take it on the turn. Lay it into the striker. And it was actually the outstretched leg of... who is that on the far side? That is Salai. Just caught, he didn't step up with the rest of the back line. Dua knocks it past his goalkeeper. The flag did go up. Hungary thought they'd got saved. But it doesn't matter. It does stand. AJ saying he's gone for a 2-2 draw or 3-2 to Hungary. Switzerland looking pretty strong though, so it made a different outcome. I mean, yeah, we've all said draws. Nick says there goes my prediction already. Nick, did you not go for a draw? You went 0-0. Ah, right, okay. I thought you went for a draw, but yeah, 0-0. Okay, well that's good. My snob, but yeah, I think the majority have gone for a draw. But I mean, I know Jack went for a Hungary win, and AJ saying that either it's going to be a draw or a Hungary win. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to get a prediction right, because Jack was saying last night how he's done pretty well in the last few games. He didn't say 5-1 Germany though. I don't think anyone said 5-1 Germany. But yeah, my predictions haven't been great, so I'd like to get one right today. But yeah, Switzerland there winning a corner, but a good start to the tournament for Dua. And that's big, when your team need goals, you get a chance like that. That's very easy to scuff that, but he did really well to just be calm, be composed, and a very, very tidy finish. Sharia, welcome to the stream as well, saying I had 1-0 Swiss so far, so good. I had Hungary fourth in this group. Wow. I mean, either you think Scott McTominay is absolute class, or you don't rate Hungary at all. That's surprising me. I think Hungary will give it a better go. Trez, I haven't turned that. That's going to turn off in a minute. But yeah, I think a lot of people have got behind Hungary, expecting them to do well. But this is what I talk about how it's different at tournaments. Because Hungary have played really well recently, great form, whereas Switzerland are known for how good they are at tournaments, but don't look the best team. Don't look like a brilliant team. They're still a very good side, but I wouldn't say they're... to be honest, I think Hungary got more quality. But when it comes down to the tournament, who turns up, who plays the better football, who finds the goals that will get you through? Because this is absolutely massive. If Switzerland are to hold on here, then suddenly all they've got to do is beat Scotland. They're suddenly on 6 points, and then they're going to go through, whether it's second, first, or third. And Switzerland coming forward again. That's a big tackle in there from Salai. A bit of afters in there as well. Was that Vidmer again? I think it was Vidmer again and Milos Kerkez. Yeah, and Vidmer already been booked in this game. Was it him? I want to check it's him before I have a go. Kerkez. No, it was very Freuler, sorry. Just very unnecessarily, just goes and trips up Kerkez once the ball's gone. It's another silly one from Switzerland. That's something they've got to be careful of in this game. They can't keep doing that. They're not going to get away with it. Shane says, no, I think Hungary will play well, but we'll just get edged like losing 1-0 every game. Yeah, fair enough. To be honest, that's not a bad shout. Because I think every game they play is going to be pretty close. But as you say, yeah, Switzerland leading this one now. Now saying the Swiss have tons of tournament experience. Exactly that. I look at this playing squad. That's a good ball in though, claimed by Sommer. Sommer's the excellent example. Experienced, maybe not world class, but a very, very good goalkeeper. The back line is ridiculous as well. Rodriguez, Akanji, and Fabian Schär, 2 Premier League centre halves in there, with Rodriguez, who has been around for donkey's years. I feel like he's been ages. And even players like Shaqiri, they might not be playing today, but having them in the squad, and Slavko Vincic's referee has just taken out a Hungary player, but the ball keeps moving. Brilliant refereeing. But yeah, as you say, Switzerland are a very, very experienced side. Sherry says unlucky they will be, as I shall say. But yeah, fair enough. Sometimes that you don't get the rubber of the green at tournaments, and 3 games and you can find yourself heading back home. That's a poor pass from. Oh, hang on, and how would that? I mean, I couldn't put any words together because I don't know what just happened. It was Ndoye played a really crap pass straight to Kirkes, who took a poor touch and then just put Vargas through on goal. And it was brilliantly saved by Galaxy. Kirkes takes a poor touch, panics, plays a terrible pass back to Zalai, who can't get there. Vargas goes through, and what a save from Petr Galaxy. Because that keeps Hungary in the game. Well, I mean, and I talked that earlier about Kirkes being so young, starting at a major international tournament, and that is what can happen sometimes. Moments like that, where you're 1-0 down, you've been up against it, and he nearly cost his side another goal there. And it's and as you say, yeah, an amazing save from Petr Galaxy. Gary says Switzerland are a neutral country, so my guess is they will be happily setting for a draw. I mean, yeah. I mean, from footballing terms, I'm sure they take the point as well. But yeah, that is absolutely quality, and that is why, and I said it pays to have a very good goalkeeper. Also, we are taking ages to take this corner because the referee is having 2 separate conversations about jostling in the box. It's Willy Orban and Quaro Dura in there who just won't take their hands off each other. The ball is eventually put in by Vargas, punched away by Petr Galaxy, and that will be recycled by Freuler on the edge, but it's a good bit of defending from Adam Nagy to hold him in the corner. Freuler skips past him though. Akanji holds it up. Really good hold-up play from the centre-half. Lays it back into Ndoye, who is going to play a lovely little pass round the corner, and it was a shot that was blocked. It was Arbisher in there had his shot blocked, and that has run out for a Hungary throw and a bit of respite for the Hungarians. They've been up against it in the first 20 minutes. And they do find themselves trailing 1-0 here. I think I probably should have scored though. Yeah, I mean it is a good save, but Vargas there tried to lift it over Galaxy, and he realistically probably should have gone to the side of him. Tried to find the far corner, but again that comes down to just being like Dua was, being calm, being composed. Here comes Vargas again. Switzerland are really enjoying themselves. We're halfway through the first 45 now. And they have been all over Hungary. Hungary haven't had a sniff. Some really, really strong from Switzerland. And they'll be hoping to hold on here, keep pushing on, try and find another goal or two. That's a good pass. Finding Vargas. Lays it off into Rodriguez, who's going to bomb on down the line. Needs an option. Plays it back to Vargas. Lays it in to Xhaka. Back to Vargas. This is good football. Ibischer into Akanji. Switzerland moving it round very well. Sherry saying just going to watch the game from the reflection of the game for your glasses. That is brilliant. I mean, have fun doing that. Might be quite difficult. I don't think it's. I can't actually look at it because I look that way. I can't. Oh, it is quite. Yeah, it is a. That's all right. I think we'll be all right. We'll get over it. Nina saying they finished in the corner, we've done the job. Exactly that. Yeah, it's one of those where I think a lot of strikers do it sometimes. They forget about the whole objective, which is getting in the goal. And they try to beat the goalkeeper. They try too much to beat the goalkeeper. Whereas sometimes you've just got to put it on target and then let the goalkeeper do the work. Because there, Vargas was more focused on beating Galaxy by dinking it over him than actually, trying to find the back of the net. If he had gone for the corner, he would have scored. We're looking back also at and there's an incident in there between Zalai and Rodriguez. Referee didn't think anything of it, and Lang's going to get this game going again. But I think it was Adam Nagy having his complaints in there, which he's got to be careful of, because unless you are the skipper, you can be booked for that in this tournament. That is a decent ball through for Hungary, but Akanji cuts it out. Dua holds it up well and flicks it on, looking for the run of Ndoye, who is going to give chase here. But Hungary win it back. Kirkes knocking it back to Willy Orban. Szoboszlai heads it back to Zalai. And it's a bit messy here from Hungary, and they've been dispossessed. And Vargas nearly got onto the end of that, but is hoofed up into the air and brought down again by Ndoye into Rodriguez. I feel like the player I'm forgetting because I keep thinking I can only find Switzerland. No, I think what is throwing me off is the numbers for Switzerland are very difficult to read, especially 1s and 7s and 9s. I'm really struggling with, and I don't know whether it's just me being blind or what it is. Now, so there's one-on-one situations where you see the difference between elite strikers and just very good strikers. Yeah, exactly that. We've already seen, I'm not saying do as an elite striker, but that kind of mentality, he went through on goal and slotted it past the goalkeeper, whereas Vargas went through and tried to dink it over him and perhaps just rushed it. But looking at the lay of the game so far, 67% of the ball going the way of Switzerland. They have had the majority of possession and they've pretty much dominated this first half. Hungary really need to try and get a grip on this game, because if not, they could find themselves out of it before they can do anything about it. He's a winger, mind, but again, if he's a type of player who's going to get in those situations, he's got to take his chances when he gets in there. And Remo Freuler just taking his time on the ball here, finding Dua. Really well worked this is. Here is Granit Xhaka. I mean, what a season he's had for club, and he'll be hoping that he can carry that form and carry that momentum for him into Switzerland. Obviously, leaving Arsenal, joining Leverkusen, and really reaping the rewards, not only in winning trophies, but in also just having fun, enjoying himself, and playing some really nice football. A big tackle in there from Nicholas Lang. The referee lets it slide. That is a poor tackle, though, from the Hungarian in there. Didn't quite see who it was. It was not a nice tackle from Schaefer. Referee's just going to have a chat with him. And it's another silly one in this game. Vargas running back to it's daft. Again, it doesn't need to happen. Vargas is running back towards his own goal, towards his own running back into his own half, and Schaefer there just comes across and just flies into the back of him. It's really unnecessary. And they're the type of things that you can't afford to keep doing in games like this, because it could cost your country. But yeah, really, I think that shows the frustration for Hungary, and we've got a problem here with the football. We've got a flat ball, typical. How out of all the footballs have we got a flat ball? Either way, we've found another one. That's the perk of having about 18 balls around the ground now, is that at least one of them's got to be pumped up. And we are back playing with Akanji. Hungary really struggling to impose themselves here. Yeah, and I think it's a shame, because they're a good side. They've played good football coming into this tournament. And in the first half an hour here, they haven't really shown much of that. Switzerland using their experience and their quality to really leave a mark on this game so far, but there's a long way to go. A lot can happen. Collision in there between Rodriguez and Zalai, but the referee waves play on. I think what impresses me most about Switzerland is they are very regimented. They're very, and that is a brilliant piece of play from Dua. Vargas can't quite get on the end of it though. But yeah, I think I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far from Switzerland. Everyone knows where they've got to play. Each way. This is what a drive, by the way, from and that was a questionable one. Sorry, just trying to work out who that was. That Fabian Schär running out of defence. It was, and then he was appealing for a handball in the penalty area. I don't think it was, but VAR will have a look. I mean, I couldn't work out who it was, because I didn't expect to see Fabian Schär running the length of the pitch. But Switzerland back with the ball now, and back in control of possession, like they have been for the majority of the game. Nick now saying that Hungary need to get stuck in, even if we've given a foul. The other guys, yeah, they need to. Obviously, they need to watch their discipline, but as you say, on the other hand, perhaps because you could start to frustrate an opposition if you start to leave those leave a mark on them. Yeah, if you do dangle a leg once the ball's gone, if you do, just, not to sound too Roy Keane or Graham Souness, but sometimes you just got to smash into somebody to make yourself feel better. Sometimes you've just got to, that's what it needs sometimes. I mean, we can have a look at the penalty shout here. No, never handball. Don't know what Fabian Schär was appealing for. Arms are down by the side, and I don't even know it hit Willie Orban's arm there. And Lang to take the throw. Launch it into the box. It's a long throw. Goes deep. It's not headed away. What is that going out for? That is going out for a Hungary corner. 50-50 in there, and it's gone Hungary's way. And they've got a chance here from a corner. The first time they've really been in Switzerland's half, to be completely honest. Showing saying inspiration from Denmark 2022 World Cup. Yeah. What did Denmark... I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember what Denmark did at that World Cup. And I can't. I'm guessing they did quite well. That's a looping ball in from Szoboszlai. Kept alive at the back post, but it is headed clear, and Switzerland will now come forwards with Xhaka. Brings it down, and we talk about leaving a mark, and Adam Nagy there. No, sorry, Varga, who I haven't seen all game for Hungary, has just left his mark there on Varga. No. Okay, well, that was a weird moment, because that was it was actually Ndoye that he went after, who didn't even have the ball. So another strange one from Hungary. As Jack saying, Hungary have been all over the place so far. Yeah, I mean, they haven't really got going. They haven't. I'm surprised, because I thought they'd come out, they'd play well, but Switzerland have had all the ball, and when you don't have the ball, as from Hungary's point of view, when you don't have the ball for so long, it feels like when you do have the ball, you have to, you feel like you have to take advantage of it, and that can make you rush things, that can make you panic things, and then you end up losing the ball more, and then you get more frustrated, and then you end up in a vicious cycle where you're really struggling to get a stranglehold on the game. But they have got a free kick here, and Dominik Szoboszlai will look to loop this one into the penalty area. Hungary lining up on the edge of the box. And this could be a chance. You can be out of the game, but a set piece is the type of thing that can get you right back in it. And now Szoboszlai is going to just... Oh no, we're not, because once again, we'll go about to have a chat, and it is Fiola and Freuler who are going to be pulled away by the referee to have a bit of a discussion. He is happy now, though, and Szoboszlai is going to thump it in. It is going to fall to Jalai. He's done a lot with it, but he's put it back in there, but that is too close to Jan Sommer, and a goalkeeper like him will just come out and easily claim that, and he is in no rush to get the game moving once again. And I see a Formula 1 chat going on in there. There is no race this weekend either. Next weekend. But yeah, good season there. Hopefully it is going to add to what is going to be a brilliant summer of sport. I mean, obviously, the forefront of it being Euro 2024. And half an hour into our second game, and it has not been bad at all. I've enjoyed this one so far. I'm sure Switzerland have too. Hungary, definitely not. They've struggled to really get going. And yes, Gary says, Copa America kicking off next weekend as well. Yeah, absolutely incredible. You've got tennis coming up. You've got cricket on at the moment as well. So much sport going on at the moment over this summer. Cannot wait for it. And I've got nothing else in my life going on. So I'm going to sit here all day, every day, watch sport. Living the life, eh? Switzerland. And this is the problem. Because they scored early, Switzerland are now happy to keep the ball and enjoy the possession. And Ndoye putting the ball in there wasn't very convincing at all. But yeah, I think I'm intrigued to see we've got 10 minutes till the half. I'm intrigued to see what Hungary can come up with. Because they haven't been able to do much in this first half. They haven't troubled Switzerland in any capacity whatsoever. So I'm intrigued to see what they can come up with. And as Gary says, between Euro and Copa America, that's like 5 to 6 matches per day per month. Yeah, I mean, we got asked on a couple of days ago whether we're doing the Copa America as well. And I mean, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Imagine you'd see me at 2, Jack at 5, both us at 8, and then one of us at midnight, one of us at 1 a.m, and the other one at 2 a.m. Be quality. I'm sure you guys would all love it. But no, I don't think we'll cover any Copa America, funnily enough. I think 51 streams for the Euros is plenty. And on the topic of streaming, obviously make sure to be here at 5 for Spain, Croatia with Jack, and then for Italy, Albania at 8 with both of us. 2 very, very good games coming up in Group B. Are they Group B? Yeah, they are Group B. Yeah, of course, it's chronological order. Yeah, Group B. But yeah, Switzerland then, with a long throw. It's with Widmer to toss it into the box. That's a hell of a throw, but it's headed away by Orban. Heading back out and recycled by Fabian Schär. It's very weird seeing a centre-half with number 22. But, that's because he, maybe they're giving him 22 because he goes on those marauding runs of his. Here's a Kanji out wide to Ibisha. To Rodriguez. A Kanji. To Fabian Schär. Really good play from Switzerland. They've opened Hungary up here. Plenty of space to use. Coming down the right-hand side is Ndoye. Cuts it back to Vargas, and it's a bit messy in there, and Switzerland just got a bit too messy, and they've lost the ball, but they've won it back here. Widmer gets stuck in. What can he do with it? Puts it in. Really good defending from Milos Kerkez, but it falls to Xhaka. Not a great pass out wide, but Widmer will recollect it. Schär makes the overlapping run. Xhaka uses Widmer instead. Back to the captain. Loops it over the top into Ndoye, who beats his man. Can he cut it back? Yes, he can, but Dua can't get there. And that is hooked out of play by Nicholas Lang in there. Huge interception. If not, Quadwo Dua was in for his second there. That ball, though, isn't great, and that is out for a Hungarian goal kick. Copa America, yeah. Talking about the goal, yeah. Sorry, I was talking about the Copa America. Is going to be on, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to watch any of that purely because I don't want to, ruin my sleep schedule. During the Euros, I don't think I'd watch it anyway. I'd probably fall, accidentally fall asleep halfway through. So, also, I can't actually see what Gary's put. So all I've got is Don't We All Something streams anyway, and I can't see what picture that is. So if someone would like to enlighten me, because it isn't coming up on my phone. I don't know what that is. So I hope that's not the fact you put. I hope it's not a practical joke. So I'll be very disappointed. Nick Knack saying. Hungary have done well to keep it at 1, still in the games it says. Exactly, and that's my thing. They are a good side. They do pack a punch. So if they can hold it at 1-0 until half time, and then cut something different during the interval, they could surprise Switzerland. And here they come. That's a good ball down the line into Shiboj. Who is that? I'm trying to work. Who is that on the far side? I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, it's Kerkez. He was just very high, like up the pitch, obviously. Shabojlai lays it into Schaefer, out wide to Kerkez, into Salai, who's got a marauding run here, and he is tripped up, and that'll be a free kick to Hungary. Switzerland are, surprised that's been given a free kick, but Ndoye there tripping up the centre half, and Hungary with a free kick and a very good position here. And again, they could try and cause some problems for Switzerland. That's a pirate. Ah, right. That makes a lot more sense. I thought Gary was making a joke about our streams, but no. Okay, well, that's good. Shabojlai going to whip this in then. And I mean, as Nick says, Hungary don't want to hold it at 1-0 down. If they could find a goal against the run of play, that'd be absolutely massive. Szoboszlai then to dink the ball in. It's not a bad ball, and it's flicked on, and it's straight into the arms of Jan Sommer. Flicked on by Willie Orban. Didn't get enough behind it, though, and into the gloves of Sommer. Good ball in from Szoboszlai. Orban would have been offside anyway, but he didn't know that. It's a decent header, but as I said, didn't generate enough power behind it to really trouble the goalkeeper. And Switzerland get it back moving again. Here is Remo Freuler. But yeah, and Johnny Roger, thank you, Nick Knack, for bringing that precision that we require here. And yeah, that is a massive chance. Needed, I don't know. The problem is, when the free kick is lofted in like that, as the person heading the ball, you have to generate the power yourself. Like, if the ball is whipped in, you can just flick it on because there's already pace behind the ball. You just have to give it direction. But what Orban needed to do there was not only get the direction right, but he had to generate the pace himself, and he didn't do that, and that is why he kind of just glanced it into the gloves of Jan Sommer. But that was a good opportunity, unmarked in the penalty area, would have been close with the offside flag, but either way, he didn't know that. He will feel that he should have hit the back of the net. And even so, if it goes in and it's ruled off, it's still going to give you a momentum boost because you still find the back of the net. And Xhaka there conceding a free kick. Yeah, Zina says, yeah, Nagai says wasted chance. Nia says, yeah, just offside. Sharry saying, I may get the Croatian centre back Cardiff. Croatia kick a clean sheet today in FC Mobile. Fair enough. I mean, I'd be surprised if Croatia kick a clean sheet. I really would. I think Spain are going to turn up later on. But there's only one way you can find out, and that is by joining Jack on this channel later on to see that game through. That'll be a good one. And Sharry, I'm expecting big things from you, although I won't be here. If I'm expecting Croatia to win, you've got to turn up and support the team you're backing to win it. But this is Switzerland coming forward, and this is Dua, and that is not a great ball into the area. And he'll have been hoping he could redo that one. Fiola did flick it out, and Ibisha will get the throw on. Yeah, I think Switzerland will be happy, very happy with the way this first half's played out. The problem is, it is about maintaining that momentum, maintaining the standard that they have given, and the big thing for them in the second half will be, because we know Hungary, they're going to change it up. They're going to try something different to get back in this game. It is on Switzerland to make sure they adjust to that as quickly as possible so that they don't get punished. Still 3 minutes to go here, though, so Switzerland could find a second. Hungary could equalise before the half. Here is Varga. Lays it. No, he doesn't. Dummies the layoff and instead plays it into Adam Nagy. I can't work out if it's Nagy or Nagy. I'm guessing it's Nagy. Not Nagy either. So many different words, but I'm going to go for Nagy. Here is Jalai. Very deep. Probably doesn't want to be this deep, but he's here. Lingag asking Switzerland will be happy, but at this point it's only 1-0. I mean, it's an interesting one, isn't it? I think with the quality that Hungary possess, like if this was Scotland, then probably, yeah. I think you have to look at it from two ways. I think when you look at it in terms of that they have had, 65% of the possession, and they've been on top for most of the half, and they've had good chances, yeah, they probably will be disappointed it's 1-0. But when you consider that Hungary are a decent side, they're a good defensive outfit, and they've got some good individual quality, I don't think they'll be too disappointed. I think, yeah, I do agree with you. I think they would have hoped that they could have scored 2 or 3 while they're on top. But the fact they're winning speaks for itself, because Hungary are a very, very good side, and they have been under no illusions today that today would have been a tough game for them. They also know this is probably their biggest game in the group stage. So that's something. But yeah, I think you're right. They're expected to score more than 1. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think we're done. I think we're done for the half. But although here is Ndoye cuts it back, that is intercepted, and that chance is squandered. Fabian Schär. I love Fabian Schär. He's one of those attacking centre halves known. Here is Ndoye once again. Vidma across to Xhaka. That's a good ball in, but it's intercepted again. It's one back though. Vargas finds Freuler. And that is a good effort. Oh, that is a brilliant effort. I'm sorry, that's come out of absolutely nowhere. It is an incredible effort from Arbisher. It was a really, really messy moment for Hungary. Neither side really got a foot on the ball, and it falls to Arbisher. Got to be 20 yards out, and he just curls it into the bottom corner. It's a really, really nice goal. It was really messy in here initially. No one clears it for Hungary. Very scrappy. Freuler then just lays it into Arbisher, he stops on the ball, and he stops on the ball. Fiona doesn't reset. Lang doesn't go with him. He drops the shoulder to the right. He curls it round Schaefer. You actually can't see it until it's too late. It's in off the inside the post. And that is a wonderful effort to double Switzerland's lead. Really, really well taken effort. And, we said that Switzerland would be disappointed to only be 1-0 up. Well, they've got their goal now. And you have to, I was caught off guard by that, and everyone saying, yeah, Alex Sinclair says, he says, what a goal. And Nia says, correct, we'll go on to that, hang on. Solid defending, beautiful finish. Yeah, it is really, really messy. It's an absolutely brilliant strike. And worst possible time to concede. Keeper had no chance. Yeah, Galaxy saw it too late, and AJ liked it as well, and Jack wishing he'd predicted 2-0 after saying that Hungary were going to win. So that's ended well, and that will run out for a Switzerland goal kick. But yeah, what a way to end this half. And as you say, Hungary had done really well to steady the ship after conceding the first. And now, that's a big goal. That is a big goal for Switzerland to take into that second 45. And Nick Nack, yeah, correct. Thanks for the pronunciation of Nudge is Nudge. All right, I didn't know that, because he was he Cardiff? He definitely played in England somewhere, or am I thinking of the other one? But Nudge, I remember that. Why is silent? But yeah, as Gary says, total momentum killer. That's a big goal. That's a really big goal, and that is half time. Could have not been better timing for Switzerland to find the back of the net. Really, really costly from Hungary. Sharia says, I never actually expect much from teams labelled as dark horses before the tournament. Serbia and Denmark for 2022 World Cup are examples. Exactly, you think back to Turkey in Euro 2020. Everybody expected them to be some ridiculously invincible side, and they got grouped. So I do think that sometimes being labelled as those dark horses put unnecessary pressure. Hungary was so good in qualifiers, was so good coming into this tournament, that perhaps they've set the bar too high. Perhaps they, showed they kind of showed all their cards, and they've got nothing else to play. But I'm intrigued to see what happens. But Nick Nack, forever the optimist, mate. I like it. It's a game of two halves, and that is what Hungary have got to focus on. If we take the scoreline out of context, Hungary are a very, very good side. They've got to view it exactly as you've just said there, mate. It's a game of two halves. If they can score 2 in one half, we can score 2 in the other. Go out there like it's 0-0. Play your football. Get into the game. They've got to change something, because that was a really poor half. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what you will think of that first half. Euro 2024, providing the goals, providing incredible moments already. And we are only 2 days into the tournament. Absolutely brilliant. We'll talk about the goals later when they come up. But overall, a really, really solid half of football for Switzerland. For Hungary, it is back to the drawing board. Sharia says, all right, I like it. We're going to get Jack to now say the opposite of everything we want to happen. That would be something. Maybe we could ask for loads and for nothing. What do you ask for? Oh yeah, because it's the opposite. So you'd ask for nothing. Anyway, Now saying that seeing the scoreline is about fair, I think what Switzerland deserve, men against boys out there. I mean, men against boys is a bit of a stretch. Men against boys is what the FIFA commentator says when you're 7-0 down after half an hour. Could never be me though, could it? Yeah. But overall, I think you're right. The scoreline is nailed on. I think from a Hungary point of view, the second will be very frustrating. Because as we were saying, literally a couple minutes before that goal went in, sorry, because we were saying a couple minutes before that ball went in, we looked at that and we thought that 1-0 was probably a bit disappointing for Switzerland, and Hungary could have come back in the game. At 1-0 down, they could have come back in the second half, and they could have come back to win it. But, you know, they've kind of thrown it away a little bit, I feel, by conceding that second goal, and that could really let them down going into the second half. It's an uphill battle, to say the least. It's an uphill battle now. You know, going into that second half at 1-0, they could have done something about it. At 2-0, they'll feel they've let themselves down there because they've kind of. I feel like they've thrown. They might pull it back at least for a draw, but I feel like they've thrown away their chance of the win. I just don't see them scoring 3 goals in 45 minutes, and that could be a problem because not winning today could cost them later down the line. I mean, for Switzerland, you've got to give them credit. They have been absolutely brilliant. You know, 2 very well taken goals, 2 very well deserved goals, and they played superbly. Like, let's not be around the bush. I was going to say they played well, but they did play superbly. They dominated all the ball. They opened Hungary up, and they took their opportunities. And the best thing you can do, to a side like Hungary who want to play the way they're playing, is to A, open them up, and to B, put them under pressure. Because, I mean, the second goal is the best example. You put teams under pressure, you make them think, but you also make them panic. And when they panic, they don't think, and they make stupid decisions, and they get things wrong. And we've seen that from Hungary a few times. Kirkej got lucky. Midway through the first half, he got very, very lucky that his terrible back pass didn't end up being 2-0 because Vargas had his shot saved. But overall, Hungary have been really, really sloppy, and they've been punished for it. They have been punished for it. Shari saying, I don't think Hungary are hungry for goals. Super. Someone was going to say it. Someone was going to make a Hungary joke. It wasn't going to be me, but Shari has taken that medal. So well done, mate. As Gary says, well done. You're the first one to get a Hungary joke in there in this tournament. But yeah. I mean, we'll have a look back at the goals now. And, I mean, the first one really impressed me. The ball into Freuler from Akanji is superb. And then the half turn and the ball through from the midfielder is absolutely brilliant. The turn is quality. He's scanned. He checks over his shoulder first. He sees that he's got space to turn. He takes it. I think he doesn't. If he took the ball and then turned, he'd have ran out of space and time. But he scanned first, used his knowledge to then take the ball on the half turn, which set himself up beautifully to lay an incredibly perfectly weighted pass into Dua, who held his run brilliantly, slightly past the goalkeeper. It was delayed celebrations because obviously the flag did go up initially, but overall the goal stood. That's why we have VAR, because it gave a perfectly good goal, and Switzerland took the lead from there. And then the second one, I mean, first of all, take nothing away from the strike. Arbischer picks it up beautifully. It's a really good effort, perfectly weighted, gets the right amount of curl on it, very smartly uses the Hungarian defenders to curve the ball into that far corner. He knows that Galaxy is blindsided. He takes that to his advantage. It's a very, very good finish. So credit to him for that. But the way that Hungary played for that second goal is really poor. Initially, a few moments before Arbitrum got the ball, they didn't clear their lines, and if they'd done that, they'd have just got through to half time at 1-0. But it was really messy. It was Ndoye who was messing around in the corner, lays it in, and it was a misclearance. It was a misclearance from Salai and Orban, and it was just messy between the whole Hungarian defence. Didn't clear their lines, and then no one really shuffled across until Arbisha got the ball, where it was just a really, really smart drop of the shoulder and go the other way. Drop the shoulder, all the defenders moved across. He then went the other way and watched all these defenders just fly in, try and get a block in, and he used all those flying bodies to curl his shot into the top right corner, and it was a really, really well taken finish. And I mean, that's massive, because at 1-0, Hungary are still in the game. At 2-0, it is going to be very, very difficult for Hungary to come back in this one. But yeah, 2-0, Switzerland leading here. A big 45 minutes coming up. If Switzerland hold on, they will fancy themselves to get through into the round of 16 to get out of this group. If Hungary are to lose, then a team who have been touted to do really well at this tournament could find themselves in a spot of bother. But either way, they're going to give it a shot. They've got 45 minutes to turn this game on its head. And just seeing what you guys are saying then. Hungary need at least a point. Hungary need a point at least. They want to get out of the group. Yeah, you feel that, because if they lose today, let's be honest, after watching Germany last night, I don't think they'll win there. And then suddenly, they'll beat Scotland, and that'll only be 3 points. And I don't think 3 points will be good enough. I don't even think 3 points will be good enough to get through on the... It might be enough to get through third, but you don't want to risk that, is the thing. So even a point today, or then beat Scotland, suddenly you're on 4 points, and 4 points is very different. I know there's only a point in it, but in terms of other teams in the group and that, what do you call it? The lucky losers thing. I think it's called lucky losers. Basically the best third teams. The best third place teams. There we go. I think 4 point. I think every point's massive, so they can come back and get a draw in this. It would be brilliant, but I don't know. I don't see that happening unless they come up with some magic in the second half. I think they'll struggle to take a point from this game. Shara is saying he's surprised that Jack wasn't selected for the England squad. No, I'm not. I think he... I like him. I think he's a decent player, but... And yes, he can win us free kicks, and yes, he can do that, but I don't know. I think overall, I think picking other players like Eze and that were the better options. But yeah, I'm not. I don't think if he was there, I don't think it'd be the wrong decision. But him not being there, I don't think that's wrong either. So I think either way you look at it, it wasn't a bad decision. Nina says he was, because it's a bit of a gamble because experience huge tournaments. I mean, yeah, when you look at it like that, I guess so. I mean, we're seeing here how Switzerland's experience is paying off. Switzerland's experience is winning them. This, is part of the reason why they're winning this game. And that is very important. So yeah, I suppose from an experience point of view, but players like Eze, they excite me. I like those kind of players because they're direct. Grealish has been sucked in, has been taken over. You could argue, by Pep Guardiola's let's run around and then just, turn around and lay it back to a defender. Very robotic, like they're being mind controlled. He's been moved into that. Whereas I like Eze and Co. They're direct. They run at players. They run at opposition defences, and they cause a lot of problems. So I think you can look at it either way. Either way, I don't think we're going to miss him, but if he was there, I don't think it'd be a bad addition. So it's one of those. It could go either way. But yeah, shouldn't have too long now until the second half gets underway. Haven't looked at the poll today yet. I mean, there's 20 of you who have voted. It's quite an interesting split. We have 40% for Hungary, 50% for Switzerland, and 10% going for a draw. That is pretty spot on, I think. Hungary, what the poll looks like to me is that Pittle would have gone Hungary, then Switzerland scored, then Pittle went for Switzerland, and 10%. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us have gone for a draw, so 10% doesn't really work out quite well. But yeah, it's a very even poll, and there's a reason for that, because this is a very, very even game for me. This could still go either way. Hungary could really turn up in the second half, and we could all be surprised. They could put on an absolutely cracking performance. So either way, I think we're going to be in for a really good game in this second half. There's a lot to be decided in this second half. Either Switzerland are going to come out and they're going to control the game like they have, or Hungary are going to come out and put on a brilliant show and get themselves back into this game. Shay saying Harry's one of the best strikers in the world, right? Yeah, definitely. I mean, and to have him in for England is brilliant. That's going to offer us it's Harry Kane. He is a ridiculous player. But yeah, just looking at the action then, coming your way tonight. Spain, Croatia at 5 o'clock and Italy, Albania at 8 o'clock. Both games live on this channel, so if you are just joining us, whether it's the first time or you haven't been here in the stream for the rest of this game, we are live for both the games coming up in this evening. Jack will be here at 5 o'clock and then we'll be both back for the 8 o'clock game. But yeah, either way, all three games are going to be brilliant. We've got to finish this game off, and there is going to be a change for Hungary. We said that to mix it up, whether it was personnel or whether it was tactical, and they're going to mix up personnel. And once we find out who it is that is going to be coming on, I'll let you know. Now saying overall didn't have made complaints about the squad. Would have liked to see Braithwaite included. England, Jared Braithwaite. Yeah, especially over Lewis Dunk, because Lewis Dunk is crap. Let's be honest. So for Hungary, it is going to be Bola is going to come on, and Bola is going to come on to just trying to work out who he's come on for here. He has come on. It looks like he's going to go play on the right hand side, and is it Lang? Because it looks like Fiola's got into the back three, and then Bola's going to come play right wing back. Either way, Switzerland going to get us underway for the second half. Eventually, once the referee's happy. And we are underway. Big 45 coming up. Only one change at halftime. That is for Hungary. And that is Bola coming on for Lang. But yeah, big half for the Hungarians. They need to find 2 goals if they want to take anything from their opening group game. Yeah, and as Nick now says, Harry Kane, top striker, as we all know. Hungary, they need players like Szoboszlai to find the back of the net. I would also like to add, on commentary today, on the co-commentator today, is Andros Townsend. That is absolutely brilliant. Love it. He's had enough of playing for Luton. He's come and do some Euros commentary. Kirkesh heading it back upfield, but it's won back by Switzerland. And then hooked away by Salai. But Switzerland looking to carry on as they did in that first half. Vidma with the throw on. He will look to find Doa, but Doa runs away. Still hasn't taken the throw. And the referee, I'm sure, will be telling him to get the hurry up here. But he does get it going. Lays it into Vargas. And Doye does really hard to win it back. Cuts it back to Doa. That's a big block in there from Fiola. And Hungary again can count themselves lucky. They've not conceded there. Fabian Schär, though, does concede, but it concedes a free kick. Sharia getting his prediction in there for Spain, Croatia. And save that for later. you can remind Jack of that prediction. Very surprised that you've gone for a Spanish win there. But here is Vargas. Lays it beautifully into Doa. It's a good save from Galaxy to tip it wide. Switzerland knocking on the door once again. A fast start from the Swiss in this second half. Vargas laid it into Freuler, to Xhaka, who knocked it back to Doa, who got a decent shot away, but saved by Galaxy. Here is Vargas on the corner, and if Switzerland were to find a third goal, that would completely kill this game off. Vargas delivers it, hooks it in there. It's bobbling around. Who's it going to fall to? Still bouncing around the penalty area. Was there a handball in there? Referee ways play on. Very messy between the Hungarian defenders once again, and Switzerland out back with Jan Sommer. I'm sure VAR will have a look at whatever was going on in there. They are talking to the referee now. As Rodriguez is dispossessed and wins a throw on though. No, he doesn't, sorry. It's going to be a Hungarian throw. And we're just going to see here the mess that was in the middle. What happened here? Oh no, there was questions on a handball on Szoboszlai. There's nothing in that. Xhaka kicks it up into Szoboszlai's arm. So not a handball. The arm was down, and a bicycle kick from Fiola in there. Superb pass into Schlager. So Schaefer finds Kerkez. He puts it in, but it's blocked. Will fall back to the Hungarian wing back. Plays it in to Willi Orban. Into Schaefer. Kerkez, Schaefer into Szoboszlai. Schaefer with a nice little around the corner. Szoboszlai's pass cut out, but he gets it back. Zinat says Switzerland seem to pick up where they left off. Yeah, 100%. Two good chances to kick this second half off. Here is Schaefer down the line. Cut back, but nobody's there. Hungary just can't seem to get anything going. You know, even when they get into forward areas, they just haven't got anything going. They haven't created much. Haven't really got the passes playing, and that is a brilliant switch from Rodriguez, but really good goalkeeping from Galaxy to stop that ball getting into the path of Ndoye. Swiss scored 2 because their right, I see, right. Their initials are Sue, which is obviously which is Ronaldo's celebration, right? So that's why they've scored 2 goals. Long ball, great ball into the run of Jalai, who cuts back. Can Hungary find something false to Szoboszlai, who has a tame effort? And the flag's got out anyway. But that is a really poor effort from Dominik Szoboszlai. Jalai was offside, but it was a really good ball over the top into the winger. Great first touch to play into his path. Cuts back, lays off Szoboszlai, who dummies a shot first, and then the second one is absolutely terrible. Yeah. I think he'll be very disappointed with that effort. Was not good enough at all. But yeah, 5 minutes into the second half, Switzerland, the game is very much taken on a similar form to how it did in the first half. Rodriguez into Akanji, back to Rodriguez. He uses Granit Xhaka all the way back to his goalkeeper, Sommer. And Switzerland again enjoying the ball, enjoying the possession that they have had for the majority of this game. Here is Ndoye. Lays it back into Vidma. Xhaka, Rodriguez lays it off into Xhaka. Sorry, yeah, he's Xhaka. He goes all the way back to Akanji. Switzerland just building here. Lovely little ball laid into Remo Freuler. Finds Ndoye with a drop of the shoulder, but good defending from Milos Kerkez to stop the fullback getting in behind there. Sheridan Hungary took inspiration from Darwin Núñez. Well, in terms of that Szoboszlai shot, yeah, that weren't great. Really not a good effort. Oh, that is a poor pass from Cher. Pounced on by Hungary, but they've given it straight back to him, but they've won it back. Very messy. Game of hot potato. And that is out for a Switzerland throw. Really messy few moments there. Really messy few moments. And it'll be a Switzerland throw. Widmer is walking very way out the line there, but he does play the ball eventually. Xhaka. Great drive from Arbischer. Into Xhaka. Back to Arbischer. Back to Xhaka again. Cuts it into Vargas. It's a good effort, but it's an equally good save from Petr Galaxy. Again, Switzerland playing some really good stuff. And another top save from the goalkeeper in the Hungary net. It's the third or fourth time he's been called to action in the second half. Got to give him credit. He's kept his side, I say in the game, relatively in the game, not really. I mean, there's still got time, but the problem is time is running away from them. You know, they've got to, if they want to take at least a point from this game, they've got to score soon. Here is Orban into Fiola, who uses Bolla. Bolla back to Salai, who goes into Orban, who is going to go back to Fiola. Really good move from Hungary. Good ball down the line. Bolla finds it. That is a poor pass from Varga, though. Yeah, frustrating. I think Hungary will be frustrated how this game's going. Because the problem is I don't see a way they get back in this game. Looking at that Petr Galaxy save again. It's a really good stop there to deny Vargas. Holds on to it well as well. Could have parried it for a corner, but didn't. Held on to it. Here is Szoboszlai. Really good battling up against Ndoye. Here is Szoboszlai again. Plays it into Kerkez. Here is Zsalai. Zsalai, brilliant running. Turns one way, turns the other. Was he brought down? Yes, he was. And that will be a Hungarian free kick on the edge of the penalty area. Ndoye there, a little bit clumsy. Just catches the Hungarian of Zsalai. And that will be a Hungarian free kick. There's a good opportunity here. I don't think Szoboszlai will go for goal. But I definitely think he's got a chance here to either set someone up or at least give them a good rebound to pounce on. Especially in Hungary, they need a goal. They need to find a way back into this tie. Here is Dominik Szoboszlai. Will he go for goal or will he go to cross it in? Referee is going to have a chat again with a few players. Szoboszlai there. Two options. He is going to, looks like he'll lift it into the box, but who knows? Still awaiting his run up. He does put it into the box and it is headed up and away, and that was headed up and away by a Switzerland shirt, so it will be a Hungarian corner. Szoboszlai on it. The fans behind the goal, spurring their team on to try and find a goal to get back in this game. Short corner into Kerkez. Cut back. This is good football from Hungary. Oh, Szoboszlai takes a really poor touch because the ball complains the ball was played to him too hard, which I think is a bit cheap, saying how good he is, and it wasn't a horrific pass. Shower asks who win Euro. What? But yeah, it's not, who win the 2050 UCL? Wrexham, I think that says. I would be surprised. I think that'll be too early for Wrexham. Or maybe not. That's 25 years' time, isn't it? Blimey. I mean, I'll be very old. I'll be in my 30s. Yeah. I don't want to think about 2050 UCL. Because I don't want to think about being in my mid-30s. But, I think the problem is you can't... I mean, Wrexham, I guess, is but you can't really predict it. There's no side you look at and go, they'll win it. That is a terrible free kick from Hungary, a deep free kick. And here comes Switzerland. This is Ndoye, and that was... I mean, the free kick wasn't great from Hungary, but the shot from Ndoye was even worse. That is a terrible effort. Terrible. Oh, yeah, I guess probably Real Madrid. Yeah, Ancelotti and Kroos will still be there. Gary says Salford. God, imagine that. The Salford boys partying after winning the Champions League. Paul Scholes get those of feet. Here is Hungary with the ball. There's a player down there. Can't quite see who that is, rolling around on the floor. Nothing in that, says the referee, though, and we play on. That's a big tackle from Kerkez. He does win the ball back eventually. Plays it into Szoboszlai, who skips past Schär, who's then brought down by Freuler, and that was no intent to play the ball, and that is a yellow card for the Swiss midfielder. Knew exactly what he was doing. Szoboszlai does really well, skips through Schär, goes to player 1-2 with Jalai, and as Jalai goes to play the ball back to him, Freuler just grabs Szoboszlai and just drags him to the floor, and it is a yellow card for the Switzerland midfielder, and that puts Swiss onto 2 yellows, Vidmarcy being booked very early on in the 3rd minute. Szoboszlai loops the ball in, it's not a bad ball, and it's headed, and it's going to put Sommer under pressure, and it will be a goal. Was given a goal kick, but the flag's up as well, so a double whammy there, offside and a goal kick. So either way, Hungary don't get the ball. Both were the right decision. With half an hour to play here. Gary was saying FC United Manchester or #FC. That would be something, wouldn't it? Also, there's a group of Canadians. There's a group of Canadians dressed as Canadian hockey players, which I'm not sure if they got the memo, but this is Hungary, Switzerland. Canada aren't here. So unless maybe they're just representing their country and wanted to watch a very good game of football, which is what we have been treated to here. If Euros were a spelling bee of names, Hungary and Georgia will be finalists. Yeah. Oh, I see. I get what you mean in terms of names. Nick Knack, back to the football. Says, oh, it's gone off. There we go. Slightly improved second half from Hungary so far. Seen the showing signs of life. Yeah, I mean, I think the change to drop Fiola into the back 3 and to bring in Bola at right wing back seems to have done something. And yeah, they do seem to be doing to going into this game. My worry is they are still 2 goals behind. They've only got half an hour to find those 2 goals, and as Gary says, they need a goal soonish. They really do. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it though? Because you look at 2 goals in half an hour, and it looks impossible. And Varga's in here, and that is a dreadful shot. He was offside anyway. Rodriguez had the ball. It was a deep ball through from Orban. He was onside, so it would have counted if he found the back of the net. Rodriguez had the ball, felt he was tripped up. Referee didn't think so. Varga gets the wrong side of him. Rodriguez trips himself up. And then Varga with an absolutely terrible effort. He was onside as well. That was the chance. That was the moment, and he didn't even hit the target. Not good enough. And we spoke about the type, strikers and their finishing earlier on. That is a huge moment, because that's got to find the back of the net. But yeah, as I was saying before that happened, it's a weird scenario because obviously 2 goals in 20 minutes is doable, but difficult. But it depends when they score. Because if they score in the next 5 minutes, it goes from being 2 goals in 28 to being 1 goal in 25. And suddenly, the equation is very different. Here come Hungary again, Szoboszlai. Here is Jalai, puts it in there, looking for Varga. It's a good header, and that has to go in. That is another massive opportunity for the Hungarian striker Varga, and he has missed it once again. It's a brilliant ball from Jalai, and Varga heads it wide. You could not ask for a better delivery. It's the right height. He gets up well, tries to find the far corner, and he's got to find the target. That is a huge chance. As Jack says, Hungary should have scored by now. Gary saying they're not showing enough hunger to win. Like it. Another Hungarian joke. Nate says, best chance of the game for Hungary. How he missed tight. Exactly. He's had 2 now. That header and the one where he went through on goal a moment ago. 2 chances for Varga now. He should have at least scored 1. Because those chances get Hungary back in the game. I talk about the scenario. If they score there, suddenly they give themselves 20, 25, 30 minutes to score a goal. And then that's the difference. That is a massive opportunity for Hungary. Gary asks, what are you doing during your afternoon break? I'll probably have my dinner. Because it'll be that kind of time. I'll chuck Spain-Croatia on. Probably put the stream on as well. And yeah, have some dinner. We've still got stuff to sort out, obviously, for during the as we get on during each day. So yeah, a few things to do, but I will keep tabs on the Spain-Croatia game, and then you'll see me once again for Italy-Albania at 8 p.m. Nowhere near. Yeah, I mean the problem is he's tried to find the far corner. He's trying to be too clever about it. I think sometimes you've just got to get it on target, and especially when you're 2-0 down, you need a goal. Prioritise hitting the target and then worry about what happens after that. But yeah, still only 2-0. Still separated by the 2 first goals coming through Dua and Ibisha. Long ball lofted into Varga. Brilliant touch, and he knocks it down to the run of Bola. He plays it into Jalai. Hungary are really turning up in this second half. Jalai into Szoboszlai, dinks it in there, looking for the run of ball on the back post. It's a goal, and Hungary have got one back. So it was Varga finally has found the back of the net, and Hungary are back in this game. Really well worked goal. Sorry, let me just sort this out and have another look at it. Really, really good stuff from Hungary. As we were saying in chat, and as we were saying, the tide is starting to turn. They're starting to play better football. But here, Switzerland caught out. Hungary break fast with the pace. We talked about that. First chance they've got to do it. What a ball in from Dominik Szoboszlai. Great running from Jalai initially. What a ball in from Dominik Szoboszlai. And then Varga. He's missed 2 today, but he does really well there to get the wrong side of the defender and to knock it past Sommer. And with 24 minutes to play, it is game on here. Switzerland looked comfortable. They've had all of the ball. They've had more chances, but that doesn't matter. Hungary have played better in the second half. Last 5-10 minutes, they've done better. And they deserve that goal, and they're back in, and they are making a change. Adam Nagy will be replaced by Kleinheisler, which is a hell of a name, and he's a hell of a man to come on and maybe help Hungary get back into this game to complete the comeback. There will also be changes for Switzerland, it's going to be a double change. That is Zeki Amdouni. Zeki Amdouni will be coming on alongside. Well, I'm going to say, well, we're going to wait. There's still, I don't know what is going on here. The fourth official and the fifth official are having a few problems. And the changes aren't being made yet because they haven't worked them out. So we're back underway at Hungary 1, Switzerland 2. As Jack says, huge moment. Knick-knack, game on. AJ saying Hungary are getting hungry. This is, as you're all saying, this is going to get exciting now in the next 23 minutes. So make sure to stick around and see how this game is going to end. Here come the Switzerland changes then. Jack says, fantastic ball. It was absolutely brilliant. Defender seemed to go... Yeah, I think he was hoping for the foul. Didn't realise Varga was there, and as soon as he felt the contact, he decided to go down to ground. Gary saying, Hungary break fast. Great line. I don't think you even meant it. Thank you. That's just what I do. Can't things on the spot. And while I was doing that, I've completely missed the changes. It was Vidma and... Hang on, the ball's bouncing around here for Hungary again. Sorry, but it was Vidma and Dua who came off for Zeki Amdouni and Sturgio. Sturgio. So Sturgio has come on at right wing back and Amdouni has gone up front. All to play for now. Yeah, exactly that. In that game on here. Hungary. And this is what he said. And Gary says we've got a man on hands. 100%. And this is what I said. This is what and Knick-knack, I think it was, at half time. Hungary are a very good side. And, Amdouni taken out there by Jalai. And he is going to go into the book for it. And did not play any of the ball. Bringing down and Doye thumps into him. But Hungary, they're a good side. They've played well. They've looked good coming into the tournament. Did not start well. Did not get this game. Did not get going in this game. And were really disappointing. But now, they've come into the game. They've played their stuff. They made changes at half time. They made tactical changes. They made personnel changes. They have paid off. And they're back into this game with 20 minutes to go. Despite that, we do have a Switzerland free kick here. Vargas will put the ball in. They're attacking the Swiss end. The fans are trying to cheer them on to see this game through because they know this will be a massive game. Massive win. Ball was headed away. Being kept alive by Switzerland then. Ball going back round. AJ says, maybe my prediction's back on the table. Did you go 2-2, AJ? Yeah, I think you said 2-2 or 3-2 Hungary. So either way, your prediction here maybe is back on. And as AJ just reiterating his prediction there. But Barnabas Varga, the man to find the back of the net for Hungary, and about time because he had a big miss earlier on from a header. He made up with that header though. And Jack pointing out that Sturgio is a great player on FM, and there he is getting stuck in and winning the header. That is a good ball though, through the lines to Ndoye. Sizing up his defender, takes him on, has a go, it's deflected over. Huge touch in there, off the leg of was it Willie Orban? I think it was Willie Orban getting back in there. Let's have a look here. No, it was Fiola. Does really well, stands up and Ndoye. No, it was Orban, I was right initially. Should have stuck my gut. Cuts in Ndoye, deflects off the back of Orban. It wrong-footed the goalkeeper, but it sent it over the goal. That's what matters. Corner to Switzerland, and the fans are not giving the ball back here, because of course not. They're going to take their time over this. They're in no rush to get this game back underway. Clock ticking down then as Vargas steps up to take the corner. It goes without saying that if Switzerland were to score now, this would be game over. Ball in and it's headed just wide. Fabian Schär glances the header just wide. Really good ball in from Vargas. Schär jumps highest, heads it into the ground, heads it past the post. That would have been game over. So perhaps a lifeline for Hungary there. And saying Varga was 29, but only got his first cap in 2023. Well, that's the thing. That's what Marco Rossi's done. He's come in and given opportunities to people who haven't gotten before, and they're providing, they're playing well, and this is the side he has settled on, the side he's happy with, the squad that are playing well, and they're coming forward again here as the ball is put in across the box. But that is brilliant goalkeeping. Excuse me. From Jan Sommer. Jack saying that Hungary will win this. That is a bold statement with 18 minutes to play to find 2 goals. I mean, would be one hell of a game. What an ending that would be. As Switzerland there see their counter-attack stopped by Willi Orman. Late developer banging in goals in the Hungarian league the last 2 seasons. Well, yeah, that's what Marco Rossi's done. He's coming in and seen play it like he's like who's in good form, who is clearly can do what he needs, and Varga is that kind of player. He's coming in and clearly he's doing a good shift. Picking up a goal at the Euros is nothing to shy away from. Nothing, don't overlook it. Here comes another change for Switzerland though. It is Vargas, who looks like he's struggling a little bit with a bit of cramp, and he'll be replaced by I can't quite see, he's coming onto the field, Briel Imbolo. That is a name a lot of people know. When we talk about that Swiss experience, I mean, he's the type of player to come on and find the back of the net in a game like this, to put this game to bed and to get his team through to see this game out. But Hungary, as you've all said, as we've all made the pun, they are hungry for more. They want to get back into this game. They know there is a chance now that they can get at least a point from this. Scotland will be hoping that Hungary can take at least a point from this. And Shariat saying that you'll be back in the middle of the Spain and Croatia game. That is absolutely fine, mate. See you then. Big game coming up after this one. But we still have 16 minutes here to decide a winner, to finish off match week 1 for Group A. Germany, early pace setters, leaving, laying down a marker to the rest of the teams to show they're here to mean business. And for these 2 sides, 3 points would be absolutely massive, especially if Hungary were to pull it back from 2-0 down. Galaxi's clearance a bit half-arsed. Headers won, and it's knocked down into Ndoye, who finds Briel and Bolo. The touch isn't great, but he's got time to turn. He finds Ndoye, who again, the pass isn't great, but running inside looks to find Bolo, but it will fall for Amdouni, but it will run through to Galaxy. Hungary's having to weather a bit of, I think the Switzerland changes have given them a bit of second wind. They seem to be coming forward and pushing further for a third. I feel like what happened is Switzerland, got a bit comfortable. They got quite comfortable in this game, and then Hungary scored, and now Switzerland are turning it back up again. And Bolo cuts in, he goes down. Referee waves play on, waves it away. Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty. Looked too soft to me. But wow, this is intense. Very intense. 15 minutes to play. Still Hungary trail. But they are playing better. They've found that goal. And they are pushing for more. That is a long ball. Looking for Jalai. But it won't carry. And Sommer is going to play out here. Ball into Freuler. Back to Xhaka. Looks to play back to Freuler, but Kleinheisler gets in front of it. And here comes Kerkez for Hungary. Delivers it. Looks to find Varga. Can't, but he's headed away only as far as Fiola. He finds Bolla. Bolla lays it into Kleinheisler. Kleinheisler looks to have a shot, but instead lays it out wide. The ball delivered into the box. Hung deep. Looking for Szoboszlai. It's over him, but it will fall back to Kerkez on the other side, who's being hounded by Ndoye. Was he fouled? What's the referee going to say? There's a collision in there. Szoboszlai plays on, but the referee's given a Switzerland free kick. And that is bemused everyone, because I don't know how that's a free kick. This game heating up, speeding up. And Switzerland going to get on with this free kick, and Sommer is not going to get on with this free kick, and Sommer's going to take it. And there is now going to be a change for Hungary. They are going to... No, there's a bit of confusion once again as what is going on here, and Hungary aren't going to make the change yet. I do not know what is going on with the substitutions this game, but the 4th and 5th officials seem to be getting an absolute mix-up. Don't know what is going on. And a Hungary free kick in the Switzerland free kick. Yeah, I know. That did feel like a bit of a weird one. If anything, I'd have said a Hungary free kick, but then Szoboszlai got the ball again, so surely that's an advantage. I definitely wouldn't have given a Switzerland free kick. Not that I'm an expert, but, you know, I don't think that was the correct decision. That's good from Fiola. Finds Kleinheisler. I'm just going to double check that is Kleinheisler. And I'm not just mixing up. Although, here comes Varga. Goes back on himself. Finds... Yeah, it's Kleinheisler. Look at that. Now there. And that ball is looped in for Szoboszlai, headed away. Switzerland win it back, but only momentarily, as it falls back to Salai. Hungary pushing, looking for an equaliser in the last 12 minutes. Here is Bola. I mean, just to show you how this game has transpired, in the first half, Switzerland had 67% of the ball. Now they only have 55%. Hungary have clawed themselves back into this game. They are battling hard, and they are still pushing for at least a point. Here comes the change finally, and that is one hell of a man and one hell of a beard. Milos Kerkez is being replaced by an absolute warrior. And Zalai, the centre-half, will also be replaced by number 24. Now, I'm going to see these names because that number 9, Dardai is coming into the back line. That number 9 is an absolute brute. So Zalai and Kerkez are coming out, and Dardai and Adam have gone in there. And Adam, the warrior. I mean, you wouldn't mess with him, would you? The size of him. How many subs are allowed for each team? Is it 5? Yeah. I think it is 5. Gary say I tried to finish the match now with 5 subs. Yes, that 5 subs would be a lot. Maybe that'll be a sponsorship, or something we'll do one day. We'll try and eat 5 subs. There you go. That's a top quality content you're all after. Fabian Schär is down injured here for Switzerland. They're going to call on the physios. Now this is not good. Just as he landed, his calf absorbed a lot. It's not a nice one. It's just on landing. Just his calf. It's a bit of it's definitely not cramp. Just the way he landed as he came down did not look nice. So we're hoping that this is nothing serious. And yeah, Nick Nack, just spot on. Gary, you need to get on the comedy circuit. We'll get Gary a gig. Once if you guys make us, all big in that, all big in that. If we got, do very well and we grow very, massively, we'll get Gary a comedy gig somewhere. I know a few places. Here is Adam, holding up the ball, battling 3 people. Superb feet from Zalai. Adam wins it back. The warrior, driving it forward from Hungary, puts the ball into the box, headed away by Sergiu, who wins it back once again. But Hungary keep going. Here is Zalai, twisting and turning through the legs of Sergiu. Ball in. Varga's header is taken off him by Rodriguez. A swing and a miss from Kleinheisler. Falls to Fiola. Heavy touch and he loses the ball. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. Hungary are pushing. I love the mix. And that is a beautiful ball from Zalai looking for Szoboszlai. Can't quite find him. And Bolo brings it down, being hassled though by Dardai. And Bolo, he's held on to it despite being hassled by 3 players. And here is... Sorry, I can't quite see. It's got a bit blurry. But here's in Bolo. Finds Xhaka back to Freuler. into Rodriguez. Switzerland holding firm. Less than 10 minutes to play here. Fabian Schär is alright, by the way. Just in case anyone was wondering. Akanji to Rodriguez into Freuler and back to Akanji. Switzerland prioritising keeping possession. That's a long ball and it finds it's a brilliant tackling there from Dardai. Sorry, it's still a bit fuzzy. It was Ndoye who went through. Big tackle from Dardai to see that wide. Yeah, brilliant touch from the forward. And what a tackle, important tackle that is from the Hungarian defender to keep us at 2-1, to keep his side in this game. There's still a chance they get something out of this. Oh, it was goal kick as well. So the tackle just put him off. Ball fired up the pitch into Jalai. Back to Szoboszlai. Hungary coming forward. Really good footwork. Lays it across to Bola, who looks to look at, but headed away. Looking for Adam, but couldn't find him. And that ball goes out for a Hungarian throw. Kanji with a big header away there. Rotating quickly from Bola. Yeah, first that's one. Yeah, kind of got stuck in his feet, didn't it? Hungary moving the ball around. Here is Dardai. Out wide. Back into Dardai. Across to Orban. Hungary looking for something. Long ball. Szoboszlai battling hard in there. Can't quite come away with it. Big tackle from Dardai flying in. And that will be a Switzerland free kick. Just going to try and reload this. If it will let me. Being very, very messy. Going to watch Four in a Bed momentarily. I know, that's what you're all looking forward to. But back with the coverage. Here we go. 6 minutes to play. Still hangs in the balance. Was it a tactical change from Hungary that swung the game? I mean, also they made the put. I don't really know. I haven't noticed too much. I mean, my tactical analysation isn't top quality. I mean, if Jack was here, I'm sure he'd be able to tell you all about Hungarians' tactical switch up. But yeah, I think it was more that Hungary made the personnel change, which gave them a bit of energy. Switzerland then got comfortable, and that's when they started to lose a bit of concentration. They slipped up a little bit. And I think Hungary took advantage, and now Hungary have got the momentum and they've got the belief to push on, and they think they can try and find a second goal. Switzerland turns their bench again. It is going to be another double change. And there's a change in the front line and the back line. There's also a change. Nope, that is not. There's just two changes for Switzerland. And I'll find out who they are once we get confirmation of it. And as Nick Nack says, Switzerland lost the composure they had first half. Yeah, they just, I don't know, let their foot off the gas a little bit, and it's cost them. And it could cost them even further if Hungary had to find a goal. Those two changes, by the way, Freuler and Ndoye, have been brought off, and they have been replaced by Sierro, who's gone into the back line, and Ryder. Ball flicked on, headed down, and Hungary, can they find the right pass? Not quite. Headed back into the area. It's going to fall to Jalai, but a huge header from Fabian Schär to deny him, and he leathers it out of the stadium. But Szoboszlai going to get this game moving again. 4 minutes to go. 4 massive minutes for both these sides' tournaments. Adam has dropped in momentarily. Long ball. Headed down. It's going to fall to Jalai, who takes a good touch. A superb tackle in there from Sturgeon. That is a poor pass as well from Fiola. He's won it back. No, he's fouled him. Thought he won it back fairly, but he hasn't. He has He has fouled him, and the referee bringing out the yellow card for the Hungarian centre-half, Fiola. Amdouni just running forward. Fiola just trips him out. I think it's a soft one. It's a weird one. Fiola wins the ball, but then kind of wraps his leg around Amdouni and ends up kind of tangling their legs together and bringing him down. And a yellow card has also been shown to somebody on the bench. I didn't see who that was. Oh, and it is the Switzerland manager. So he is also into the book alongside the Hungarian centre-half. Not sure why he's been booked. But yeah. Was it a foul? I won the ball? Yeah, he won the ball initially. And then after a weird tangle of legs. It's an interesting decision. I think the yellow card's soft as well. Gary says extra time over under 3 minutes. I'd say under. I think it'll be... I think you're probably right. You might be dead on, to be honest, with 3. I'd expect 2 or 3. I think 4 or 5 would be a bit of a stretch. We haven't had too many stoppages in this second half. And yes, Nina says 3, I reckon. Yeah, I think you're right there. Between the two of you. Another free kick conceded there by Hungary. This time it was Schaefer. With the foul just pushing. Pushing the Swiss player to the floor. And that is confirmation of the yellow card for Murat Yakin. He's got to be careful too, because I think managers on the same rules as players. You pick up 2, you miss a game. And in tournament, you do not want to be missing games as a manager, because you picked up yellow cards, a long range effort there, blocked by Szoboszlai and out for a Switzerland corner. And with 2 minutes to go, it shouldn't be Switzerland having corners. It should be Hungary. But Hungary not doing enough. Switzerland are still pushing. They still believe they can hold on in this game. And they're looking back there. It looks like the ball did run out. But yeah, Szoboszlai getting back in there. That is a superb block. Does mean it goes out for a corner though. Bossy, it prevents a shot on target. Minute to play here. Plus additional, which we are estimating as 3. Ball launched in there. And what a save from Galaxy. Flicked on by Xhaka at the near post. And Galaxy with brilliant reflexes to not only stop the shot, but to then kick it round the corner. And it's actually a really good save because it was flicked on by Xhaka onto the head of Szoboszlai. Galaxy reads the deflection, manages to not only save it, but then hook it with his foot round the post. Brilliant goalkeeping. Huge moments. And if there is a chunk of added time on, and Hungary do find the back of net, we could look back on that save as keeping them in the game. The second corner cleared away. Akanji thumps it back in there. That will run all the way for a Hungary throw in their own corner. We are going to see how many minutes of time we're going to get, which we predicted 3. Are we going to be right? No, we're going to see 5. 5 to play then in this game. 5 for Hungary to try and take a point from today. I mean, no matter the result here, it'll be massive. Hungary coming forward, ball into the box, blocked. And I mean, that 5 minutes, it could be massive. AJ confirming that, and Nick there saying had a good game. Hungary, yeah, Galaxy's done well. Couldn't have done much out either of the goals, but what he's had, and that is why he's such a good goalkeeper. He's consistent, he's high quality, because he just does what he needs to do. Bolo though has nicked it off the centre half, and they're coming forward, Switzerland, and here is Zeki Amdouni who rounds the goalkeeper, but he's gone too wide and he cuts it back and it's gone, and it hacked away by Schaefer. Switzerland and breaking of Mbolo, lays it into Amdouni, who just takes himself too wide. Can't do anything with it, hacked away. I mean, that would have been game over. But there's still time for Hungary. Switzerland holding it in the corner. 4 minutes to play. Out for a Hungary throw-in in their own half. They're running out of time. They need to be coming forward if they want to find a goal to at least win them a point. For Switzerland, this would be a massive win. For Hungary, a disappointment. Ball played into the path of Zeki Amdouni, but robbed off him by Fiola, who puts in another huge tackle to win the ball back once again. Here is Jalai, round the corner to Szoboszlai, who lays it into Kleinheisler. Dardai, Szoboszlai, back to Dardai, Really good stuff for the centre-half, but gets dispossessed. And the referee's given a free kick in Hungary's direction. Chance then to launch it long. Chiboy's going to hook it in there. Feeling like a knockout game this now, which is sort of, yeah, you're spot on, because realistically we'd expect both sides to lose to Germany and both sides to beat Scotland, which means the difference between them will be this game. So, and that is a free kick that will run all the way through to the hands of Jan Sommer. Adam can get on the end of it. Not the most mobile striker in the world. Sommer launching it long. It's a poor header as well. It's going to fall to Mbolo, who dinks it over the goalkeeper. And that is 3-1. Hungary went for the game, have been caught out and they've been punished. And that is definitely game over now. A huge, huge win for Switzerland. Hit me up on the table as well. Absolutely massive goal to put this game to bed. Hungary pushing, sent too many players forward, got caught out. It is a terrible header. I don't know who it is. So the ball was launched by Sommer. And it is, the header is all wrong from Willie Orban. All wrong. It's absolutely shocking. Heads it straight down to Mbolo, who, despite the fact that something was, his knee brace was falling off his foot while he was running through, manages to dink it over Galaxy, and Switzerland put this game to bed. That is huge. This is a huge moment in this tournament. And as AJ says, it's over. It is over. Alex Sinclair, that is a terrible mistake. Good goal all over. Exactly that. Hungary had to go for it. They're probably lost the game. Yeah, you can't blame them for going for it. But it's a poor error. And they are done. This is a big loss. Because now for Hungary, you feel that they have to beat Scotland and they have to beat Germany. And this is why your tournament can be completely decided on how the fixtures are drawn. Because yes, there's still 2 games to go for each of these sides. This game could decide it all. This game could decide everything. And with 20 seconds to go, that is it. This is huge. Referee signalling that he will play 2 more minutes. So we will go from the 93rd, despite the fact we've used up the added time now. Good. Very, very good communication there from the referee. I like that. Letting us all know how long he wants to play. So Hungary got 2 minutes. They're not going to find 2 goals. But yeah, Switzerland. I mean, it was a well-taken goal from Mbolo. Again, experienced player, and he's in again. Here comes Switzerland again. And I mean, 4-1 would get embarrassing. Mbolo cuts it back. The pass isn't good enough, though. But it will be recycled by Amdouni, who'll sit in the corner, wins a throw. I mean, yeah, really, really disappointing for Hungary. A lot of expectation coming into this game, and they have been not battered, but they have been beaten by Switzerland. Experience paying off once again. The Swiss fans are absolutely loving it. It is party mode in the Swiss end, and I'm sure Cologne will be a very, very happy area for Switzerland fans. As the next says, encouraging after Hungary, but Switzerland deserved the win. I think, yeah, if you look overall, they did. They were the better side. Hungary gave it a good go, but eventually succumbing to defeat. Needing that, a draw Germany would do. They beat the Scots. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Scotland know that realistically, so Switzerland know. So if Switzerland now beat Scotland, they go on to 6. So even if Hungary can beat Scotland and beat Germany, Hungary and Switzerland will still be level on points. So for Switzerland, you feel that beat Scotland and they're through. Whether it's second or third, or they'll be through. That is how massive this game is. And Hungary have got a lot of work to do. They've got to surprise everyone. They've got to beat Germany. They've got to beat Scotland. Pierre's also, Nick says, 9 goals in 2 games is not bad. It's not a bad start. Incredible start to the tournament. And that is it. Switzerland with a massive 3 points in the grand scheme of the tournament. Absolutely massive. That could decide the group. So we finished match week 1 for Group A with Germany sitting pretty at the top of the table, with Switzerland following close behind, and Hungary and Scotland both with 0 points. I mean, it's disappointing. Really disappointing from Hungary. They came to this tournament. They knew how big this win was today, and they haven't managed to take it. Varga scoring their goal. Good for him to get on the score sheet. But it was Dua, Ibisha and Mbolo who scored the 3 goals to put the Hungary team to a disappointing end. Taking nothing away from Switzerland, they were absolutely brilliant today. They turned up, they played really, really well. Well taken early goal. Magnificent finish from Ibisha, and Mbolo punishing a mistake at the very, very end. But yeah, as Nick Nack says, both these sides back in action on Wednesday evening. Germany and Hungary play at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Scots and Switzerland getting underway after that game at 8 o'clock. That's big for Switzerland, because they know if they beat Scotland, they're practically through. And that is how big these games are. In a group stage, you only get 270 minutes of football to get through. They haven't managed to do that. But yeah, Switzerland taking the 3 points from this game. That is Group A done and dusted for this match week. And in about an hour's time, Group B gets underway with Spain, Croatia. I won't be here for that one, but Jack will. So make sure you're back in here in 45 minutes. Make sure you're on that stream. And enjoy the game. And I will be back for the 8 o'clock with Italy, Albania. 2 more games coming up. But either way, that is it for this game. Thanks, Gary, for the praise. You better get used to this, because it is probably going to be me at every 2 o'clock game for this European Championships. But yeah, what a way to start. Really good game. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, that is it. I will be back at 8 o'clock. But for now, we will see you in about an hour's time.